1996, and he put it on a shelf and has never worn it before. And then he busted it out for this game, and it looked brand new. It's been sitting on his shelf since 1996. It was the first time he ever wore it.
That's awesome.
And I actually wanted it. I was like, I would wear that now.
Can I have that back now? It's 20 years old.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, pretty cool, huh?
Jake, I got your guy one. I just wanted to ask you just real quick. Give me a sense what you expect from Baylor this week.
Very physical, fast team. We've played them twice in the last 3 years, and they are super athletic and long. And Coach Aranda is a great defensive coach. Coach Powledge is a great defensive coach. We've coached against him at Baylor and Oregon. So we know these guys are squared away and very athletic.
You mentioned the fact you've played them twice in the last 2 or 3 years. The roster's changed so much that you can't really take a ton, or can you hold over?
There's actually a few players that we've played against still playing. Yeah, there's several. And one of their DBs that we played against at Baylor, and then we played against him at Arkansas last year, and now he's back at Baylor. So that's the world we live in now. But there's scheme-wise they've changed, they've evolved. So it's not the same scheme, but a lot of the same players. And we don't have a ton of film to go on. They know a little more about us than we know about them, but we know that they have very good players. And every time we've played them, they've been physical, long, athletic, and tough.
Kalani said to expect Hinckley back this week. Does that add to him and Sione, even though he was seen with a boot on campus, I guess?
Hinckley's back. He's rolling. He's playing. Yep.
Sione, same deal?
Sione, he got banged up a little bit in the game, and we will make a decision tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you look back on the game just on Saturday night, and you had a pretty good view of it from the box, did it have a little bit of a feeling of kind of just everything sort of bouncing your guys' way, or was there also an element of creating your own luck?
Yeah, I mean, I think it depends how you look at it. That was the most unbelievable middle 8 minutes of a game I've ever been a part of. The way things turned, starting with that scoop and score by the defense, got a touchdown, then they got us an interception, and we scored. I think it was 2 plays later we scored. And then to get another quick score in the start of the third quarter there, the game just broke open, and that was fun to be a part of.
What's the challenge of bringing, because a night like that obviously brings a lot of momentum. Now taking that on the road, can you kind of carry over some of that?
Well, we haven't won a Big 12 road game yet, and so that's the challenge. Nobody feels like we've arrived by any means, and we need to go get our first Big 12 road win. It's just the nature of the world we live in now with social media and the media. When you lose, the sky is falling and everything is lost, and when you win, it's like you've arrived. And and neither one is true. You just have to sort of stay level, prepare for every week the same way, and be ready to play on Saturday.
I know it wasn't technically your call and everything, but you were up in the box along with the rest of us on Parker's punt return.
Yeah.
I counted at least 3 or 4 moments where I personally was like, oh, there's the end of that play, there's the end of that play, there's the end of that play. Did you see kind of the same thing on that, or what was kind of your view of? Yeah, I mean,
it was a roller coaster of emotions for all of us. He drops the ball, then he runs backwards, so it's no, then it's yes. He makes the play, and then once he turned the corner, though, Parker can run. He's fast, and he's a legit track guy. And then, just made an unbelievable play.
Last question for me. I did want to ask you about Jake, the weekly question about Jake Redstuff, right? But doesn't have a turnover.
Yeah.
Saturday night. I got to imagine that was probably what stood out number one about him, right?
Yeah, Jake played very well, very efficient. I think he was 21 of 25. Made all good decisions, never put the ball in jeopardy once the whole game against a very good defense. And for our offense in general, no penalties, no turnovers, played very efficiently. And then to run the football the whole fourth quarter. I mean, we literally just burned the clock for an entire quarter, which hasn't happened since I've been here. And I thought our offense was very physical in that fourth quarter. Just, we averaged like 5 yards per handoff to our running backs in that game, and I was really proud of our team for the way they were grinding that out in the whole game, but especially the fourth quarter. I thought we really asserted ourselves to end that game the right way.
Anything else?
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
He'll have one more. No, sir. 6 months in the triple play. I'm sure we had nice food. I don't know if that makes sense. No. The Diamondbacks were up for a long time, like last 2 weeks. They lost the Giants in the regular season.
Oh, I didn't see that.
And I watched a lot of it. I am a depressed sicko, Sean. Perfect.
They're not too much.
That was like 8-2. I was like, maybe there's stuff for us. It's just a few cracks. That was for you? Yeah, I'm Bruce Mitchell. This is my 3rd year here at BYU. I played defensive line the first 2 years. I was number 96. You might have noticed me then, but yeah, that was my first time being out on the field as 63 offensive line.
Bruce, why the move to offense?
So about a week right before spring ball, I got a text. Jay Hill was on me, and usually, I wasn't sure what it was about. I went in there, we had a good discussion. He just told me, thought I'd make a better offensive lineman than a defensive lineman. He said, we love you on defensive line, love to keep you, but if you make the switch, I can make you an offensive line. Met with Coach Woods, he's phenomenal. All a lot to him for being patient with me, coaching me. Yeah, that was pretty much the switch. Coaches got talking and felt like I'd be a better fit on the offensive line. Yeah.
You have some experience.
Yeah, a little bit. It's obviously a big jump from 2A South Summit to Division I football, but right.
What's been the key to you rising so far?
I think it really helps that I was already strong. You know, I had to learn the playbook like any freshman, but I didn't have to really develop in the weight room. I didn't have to really get strength. And once again, just really good coach, Jason, being patient with me.
What was the experience like?
Man, it was awesome, especially that game. That's going to be a fun one to top. That place was crazy. We were scoring, they were scoring, everybody was scoring. You got to think a lot more. That's for sure. We got Hunter Payne behind us. You know, he was a big help on Saturday, making sure I was on the right guy and everybody was on the right guy. It's hard to mess up when you got a good setup. Yeah.
That's what I was going to ask. What it was like to have the honor of playing the best center.
It was really nice, you know, he just said, slang your head into this guy and then go get this guy. That's what I did.
I have to go get quiet. Parker knows he's coming. The specialist is coming to take over. I told him just wander down here, find a guy.
That was my
He looks
freshman
lost.
season. That was one of the few games I didn't play in. But that, like, it's Kansas State, but I'm playing on Saturday. And I got double weeks against Baylor. I've never seen it. Pretty excited for this. it's been a little discussion.
Take every
Obviously, last season things didn't go the way we wanted to on the road. So it's been talked about.
What's been the biggest difference in this year's pool?
I mean, you might have heard coaches say already. I mean, you got guys playing for each other. Love each other. If we got a play, we got a chip a little bit. I don't think anybody was happy.
most famous man on the
last season. Yeah, that was disappointing. So, the camaraderie and the chip that we had.
What's up?
Yeah, they're a good team.
How does it feel being the most recognized man in Provo right now after going viral on Saturday night?
It feels good. I mean, I wouldn't have done it without Zay and Jack and the entire defense leading the way for me. So it's felt good. It was a crazy play, but on to the next one.
I was going to say, I know you want to move on to Baylor, but how many times have people brought up that punt return?
I mean, it's been posted on every single account. I've scrolled on Instagram. It's on every account that I follow, so it's been crazy to see it, but hopefully I can do it again against Baylor, but not drop it.
I think you said with the BYU TV after the game, 100 and something.
Yeah,
text messages?
yeah. I had like 120 text messages. My Instagram was blowing up. It was crazy.
What is the deal with, do you feel comfortable catching, fielding punts? It seems like at Wyoming there were a couple of adventures as well, or is that just the lighting, or what's been the deal?
Yeah, no, I just misread that one. That punter was super sporadic, so we didn't know really where to line up. We just had a general idea, and I saw it wobble, so I ran up on it because it's not going to carry as far. And as I was running up, I'm like, oh, that's actually carrying, so it took it over the shoulder. But Wyoming, same thing. I just misjudged it, didn't want to touch it, have anything bad happen. So, but I feel totally comfortable back there.
Do you think the general public realizes how hard it is to catch a punt?
No, nobody does. None of the players do unless they're back there. It's the hardest job, I think. I mean, that's what Fess and A-Rod tell me. It's the hardest job with the lights and people running down. So, but it's fun. It's fun too.
One year when Bronco was here, they did the jugs gun and they had all us media guys, and not one of us could catch one.
Yeah, no, it's hard. It's definitely hard.
Yeah. So how do you feel about just how the receiving group is coming along, and especially your role in it this year?
Yeah, I mean, our room is stacked. Everybody can play, everybody can ball, everybody makes plays. I feel good where I'm at. I like what we're doing in the offense. We're rolling, we're winning, and we just got to keep what we're doing up for the rest of the season.
Parker, how have you been handling I think the sports scientists guys have asked you guys to wake up early? How's
Yeah.
the early wake-up calls been this week?
It sucks, actually. It sucks. I mean, I've set my alarm at 6:30. I wake up, I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And I probably lay in bed for another 20, 30 minutes, and then I get up. But it's been hard, but it's not too bad because we go to bed early. I go to bed at like 10:30 every night anyway, so going to bed an hour earlier is not too bad.
So you guys don't feel like the early kick time's going to play any sort of role in this?
No, I don't think so. I mean, there's this stigma with it, but I don't. It's just playing football like you were a kid, waking up, going playing, and having the rest of the day watch college football. So
I think that Baylor win in 2022, you were part of the program. I think it was a redshirt season. What do you remember of that last meeting between you and Baylor?
It was crazy. I mean, obviously I wasn't playing, but I was on the sidelines watching, and it was a super tight game. Came down the wire. What was it? Triple, double overtime. Yeah, it was awesome. The fans were awesome as always, but it's gonna be a complete different game this time around.
How exciting is it after that win last week to be in the thick of this Big 12 race and have everything in front of you going forward?
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. Everyone's now trying to hop on our train. I mean, at the start of the year, everyone predicted us to win 4 games, and that's where we're at. And now they're like, oh, crap, maybe they're actually something. I mean, we're not surprised. We knew this was going to happen from the moment we started in the winter, and it's just a testament to what the coaches, the training staff, the strength staff has done for us this offseason. Now we just got to keep it rolling.
What's the biggest challenge of playing in the Big 12 on the road? Is it just the extra travel, or are there other things? I mean, you guys obviously have a pretty good home field environment here. So you kind of feel that from other schools too? Or?
I mean, yeah, everyone has their home field advantages. I think we last year just didn't know what to expect. First year, road game, Big 12, but we know what to expect this year, and it's a completely different team this year. We're way closer than we ever were last year, and it's just a whole different experience this year.
You feel a lot of the same things from last year, just syncing up a lot better for continuity and that.
Yeah. I mean, everybody, we love each other like brothers. I mean, there's no heads butting. Like it's the closest team I've been a part of in the 3 years that I've been here. So. Good.
Thanks, Parker.
Thank you.
Thanks, Park. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Most famous man on campus.
Hope your stomach's feeling better.
Yeah, it is.
No beefy 5-layer burritos next time.
Not the beefy
John Boy Media.
No pregame Taco Bell.
No pregame Taco Bell.
He would play